Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of rare treasures, hidden gems, and unbelievable stories behind America's most valuable coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in United States history, the 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin. You might have held one in your hands before, but what if I told you that this little copper coin could be worth up to $779,335 in today's collector market? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay with me till the end, because the story behind this coin is going to blow your mind. Let's begin our journey in the year 1967. The United States was going through an incredible time. The Vietnam War was raging, the space race was heating up, and the nation was filled with both hope and uncertainty. During this historic era, the U.S. Mint was working tirelessly to produce millions of coins for circulation. Among those coins was the humble 1-cent piece, the Liberty 1 cent, featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. But what makes the 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin so special? The answer lies in its history, mintage, and rare minting errors that have turned ordinary-looking coins into valuable collectors' dreams. In 1967, the United States Mint struck the 1-cent coin in copper, weighing about 3.11 grams and made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, because of the Coinage Act of 1965, mint marks were temporarily removed from all coins between 1965 and 1967. This means that the 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin has no mint mark, making it a unique issue in American coinage history. The mint did this to discourage coin hoarding, as millions of Americans were holding on to coins expecting them to rise in value. Ironically, that's exactly what happened with the 1967 Liberty 1 cent. Today, some of these coins have indeed become incredibly valuable, especially in pristine condition or with rare minting errors. Let's talk about those errors and varieties. Some 1967 Liberty 1-cent coins were struck off-center, some have double die obverse where the word Liberty or In God We Trust appears doubled, and some were struck on planchets meant for other denominations. These rare varieties have fetched thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Now, imagine finding one of these rare coins in your old piggy bank or coin jar. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance but could secretly be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. That's the magic of coin collecting, the thrill of discovery and the history held in your hands. In mint state condition, especially coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the 1967 Liberty 1 cent can sell for astonishing prices. The current market value for the rarest specimens is estimated around $779,335, depending on its condition, grade, and variety. Yes, you heard that right, $779,335 for a 1-cent coin. Think about it, a tiny copper coin from 1967, once used to buy a piece of candy, now worth enough to change someone's life forever. This is why JF Coin always reminds our viewers to check every coin carefully, because history and fortune can hide in plain sight. Let's explore the design a little closer. On the front, we see the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a symbol of freedom, integrity, and unity. The word liberty appears to his left, a tribute to the values America was founded upon. Above his head, the motto, In God We Trust, a phrase that has appeared on U.S. coins for generations, proudly reminds us of the nation's faith and resilience. The year 1967 is engraved just below his shoulder, frozen in time like a window to the past. On the reverse, we see the magnificent Lincoln Memorial, standing tall and majestic, representing the enduring legacy of the man whose face graces the coin. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a small but powerful detail many people overlook. Every line, every word, every curve of this coin tells a story of America's strength, craftsmanship, and heritage. And that's what makes the 1967 Liberty 1 cent such a treasure to collectors worldwide. Over the years, coin enthusiasts and collectors have paid astonishing sums for rare, high-grade examples of this coin. Auction houses have reported bidding wars between passionate collectors, each determined to own a flawless piece of American history. In one recorded sale, a stunning 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin graded MS-68 red fetched a jaw-dropping price, pushing its market value to $779,335. And that number keeps rising as the demand for flawless coins grows year after year. If you have a 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin, here's what you should do. First, check the coin's condition under bright light. Look for shine, details, and signs of wear. The redder and shinier it appears, the more valuable it may be. Next, inspect it carefully for doubling on the letters, numbers, or the Lincoln portrait. Any error, even slight, can dramatically increase its value. And finally, if you suspect you have a rare coin, get it graded by a trusted grading company like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can turn a simple coin into a small fortune overnight. ATJF Coin, we love sharing stories like these, stories that prove even the smallest things can hold the greatest value. The 1967 Liberty 1-cent USA coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a time capsule, a piece of art, and for some, a life-changing discovery. So next time you come across an old coin jar, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. That simple penny from 1967 might just be your ticket to a treasure worth $779,335. If you enjoyed this story and love discovering rare coins, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin, where every coin has a story and every story brings you closer to hidden fortune. Hit that like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and let's continue exploring the amazing world of coins together. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever struck in the United States Mint, the legendary 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin. This small copper beauty, often overlooked by many, is turning heads in the numismatic world with an unbelievable market value of $779,336. Yes, you heard it right, a single cent that could change your life forever. Let's uncover the secrets, the mystery, and the incredible story behind this 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin, a piece of American history that has quietly risen to fame as collectors across the world hunt for it. The year 1976 holds a special place in the heart of America. It was the nation's bicentennial year, 200 years of freedom, pride, and progress. While most people celebrated the Liberty Bell, fireworks, and patriotic parades, something equally historic was happening inside the U.S. Mint. In the midst of the bicentennial celebrations, the Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies, officially known as the Liberty 1-cent coins. But among these regular copper coins, a few extraordinary pieces were created, coins so rare that today they're worth nearly $800,000. What makes the 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable? To understand that, we have to travel back in time to the days of transition in the U.S. Mint. During the 1970s, the composition of the 1-cent coin was shifting. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper, but some experimental and transitional planchets were tested. In 1976, a few special coins were accidentally struck on different metal planchets, including aluminum, brass, and steel, instead of regular copper. These experimental coins were never meant to reach circulation, but somehow a few escaped into the hands of the public. Those very coins are now the treasures that collectors dream about. Now imagine this, you're going through an old jar of coins at home, maybe something your grandparents left behind, and suddenly you find a 1976 penny that looks a little different, the color is brighter, the texture feels unusual, or the weight seems off. That's where your fortune could begin. Because some of those rare error coins are now fetching prices that reach hundreds of thousands of dollars at major coin auctions across the United States, the design of the 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin is iconic. On the front, we see the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the great president who symbolizes freedom and unity. Above him, the word liberty is engraved, reminding us of the values America stands for. To the right, the date 1976 proudly marks the year of America's 200th birthday. On the back, the famous Lincoln Memorial stands tall, a tribute to the man who helped shape a nation. But what most people don't realize is that some of these coins contain small but powerful variations, tiny differences in mint marks, die errors, or striking pressure, that make them unique and extremely valuable. some of the rarest 1976 Liberty 1-cent coins include double die errors, off-center strikes, and coins with no mint mark at all. Others have a beautiful deep red finish that has been perfectly preserved for nearly 50 years. Collectors pay huge premiums for coins graded as MS 67 or higher, where the shine and sharpness of the design remain flawless even after decades. According to the latest reports from coin experts and auction houses, a top-quality 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin has reached an astonishing market value of $779,336. Yes, a single penny that could buy you a luxury car, a beautiful home, or even secure your financial future. And the best part? These coins are still out there, hiding in drawers, boxes, and collections across America. So how can you tell if your 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin is special? First, check the mint mark under the date. Coins with the letter D were minted in Denver, while those with no letter were minted in Philadelphia. Some of the most valuable examples have small striking errors or unusual coloration that came from the minting process. Second, look closely at the details, the lines on Lincoln's jacket, the sharpness of the lettering, and the overall luster of the coin. A coin in pristine condition can skyrocket in value. Third, if your coin feels slightly lighter or heavier than a regular penny, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet, and that's where the big money lies. The coin collecting world calls these million-dollar mistakes, because something as small as a minting flaw can turn a simple 1-cent piece into a life-changing treasure. And every year, collectors and investors are discovering new varieties of the 1976 Liberty 1-cent that continue to surprise even the most experienced numismatists. At JF Coin, we encourage every viewer to start checking their coins carefully. The next time you handle your change or open that old piggy bank, take a moment to look closer. You might be holding history in your hands. You might be holding the 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin that could make you rich beyond imagination. The beauty of coin collecting is that it connects generations. Each coin tells a story of a time, a place, and a people. The 1976 Liberty 1-cent tells the story of American pride during its bicentennial, the story of innovation in minting, and the story of hidden value waiting to be discovered. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of freedom, history, and potential wealth. Many collectors have already cashed in on their rare finds. A few years ago, a similar 1976 penny with a unique mint error sold for several $100,000 at a private auction. Experts believe that as time passes, the number of surviving high-grade 1976 Liberty 1-cent coins will continue to decrease, which means their value will only rise higher. So if you have one of these coins, handle it with care. Don't clean it, don't polish it, and never try to change its appearance. Cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value dramatically. Instead, store it safely in a protective holder and consider getting it graded by a trusted certification company like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can prove authenticity and unlock the true worth of your coin in the market. Here at JF Coin, we love bringing you the hidden gems of American history, coins that tell powerful stories and hold unimaginable value. The 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how something so small can hold such great significance and financial potential. Remember, treasures aren't always made of gold or silver. Sometimes, they're made of copper, shining quietly in your coin collection, waiting for you to discover their magic. So keep your eyes open, collectors and treasure hunters. The next time you see a 1976 Liberty 1-cent coin, don't just see a penny, see a piece of American history worth $779,336. This is JF Coin. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 1991 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a coin that many people overlook, yet it holds an incredible history and an astonishing market value that has shocked collectors around the globe. Yes, you heard that right. The 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin, the humble penny that once jingled in pockets and purses, is now commanding unbelievable attention in the collector's market, with some rare varieties valued as high as $779,338. That's right, $779,338 for a single 1-cent coin. So how did this ordinary-looking coin become such a rare treasure? Let's uncover the fascinating story behind it right here on JF Coin. The year was 1991. The United States Mint, located in Denver, produced millions of Liberty 1-cent coins. On the surface, these pennies appeared like any other, bearing the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the majestic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But beneath that familiar copper-colored shine lies a world of small details, minting variations, and hidden errors that make some of these coins incredibly valuable today. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for these 1991 Liberty 1-cent coins because of certain minting errors that occurred during production. Some coins were struck with off-center designs, double dies, or weak strikes, tiny imperfections that make them stand out from the rest. These rare minting errors turn a simple penny into a historical gem worth a fortune. Now, let's talk about value. The regular circulation 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin might only be worth 1 cent if it's worn or damaged, but in uncirculated condition or with special minting errors, the value skyrockets. Collectors have paid thousands of dollars for high-grade specimens certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. But the rarest and most exceptional ones, the ones in perfect mint state condition with unique variations, have been sold for jaw-dropping amounts, reaching up to $779,338 in private auctions and collector sales. Imagine that, a coin that once cost a single cent now being traded for hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is the beauty of coin collecting, the magic of numismatics, and the reason why JF Coin continues to explore and share these hidden treasures with you. The 1991 Liberty 1-cent coin represents more than just money. It's a piece of American history. Each coin carries the story of the nation's minting evolution, the precision of its craftsmanship, and the unexpected imperfections that turn it into a masterpiece. Coins like this connect us to a time when attention to detail and the pride of minting still defined America's legacy. Let's take a closer look at what makes the 1991 Liberty 1-cent so desirable to collectors. First, the letter D under the year 1991 indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. Denver Mint coins are often known for their sharp details, but a few batches from this year showed noticeable mint errors. Some of these included doubling on the date or lettering, small die cracks on Lincoln's shoulder, and faint misalignments that add to their uniqueness. Collectors prize such details. The rarer the error, the higher the value. Some coins even have a distinct coppery shine that hasn't faded over decades, while others have developed a deep brown patina that adds a sense of vintage beauty. Each piece tells its own story, and no two are exactly alike. On the reverse side, you'll find the famous Lincoln Memorial design, a symbol of honor, freedom, and resilience. Some versions of this coin have minor variations in the memorial columns or the spacing of the lettering, which can also increase its rarity. These subtle differences might not catch the average person's eye, but for experienced collectors, they mean everything. Now let's talk about the current market trends. In today's world of numismatics, the demand for rare Liberty 1-cent USA coins has exploded. With social media and global trading platforms, more people are discovering the hidden value in their old coins. A simple search could reveal that your 1991 Liberty 1-cent might be worth much more than you think. And the highest recorded value in the current market stands proudly at $779,338. At JF Coin, we always remind our viewers, before you spend your coins or toss them into a jar, take a moment to look closely. That old penny sitting on your table could be a gateway to fortune. Examine the mint mark, check the details, and if you spot something unusual, get it graded. You never know, you might be holding one of those incredibly rare 1991 Liberty 1-cent coins that collectors are fighting to own, and the thrill doesn't stop there. Each time you discover a rare coin, you're not just finding metal, you're uncovering a part of history, a silent witness of America's journey. From the minting floors of Denver to the pockets of millions, these coins have traveled through time, carrying stories of trade, change, and value. That's what makes this hobby so powerful. It's not just collecting, it's preserving the essence of time. So as you hold your Liberty 1-cent coin, think about where it came from, the hands it has passed through, and the years it has witnessed. Somewhere out there, hidden among ordinary coins, might be your golden discovery, your $779,338 treasure.at JF Coin, we continue to bring you the most exciting stories, the rarest finds, and the most accurate market values of Liberty 1 cent USA coins. Whether it's the 1975D, the 1987, the 1998, or today's star, the 1991D Liberty 1 cent, each of these coins holds a special place in American history and a potential fortune for those who recognize their worth. If you love exploring hidden treasures, if you're fascinated by the art and mystery of coins, and if you want to stay updated with the latest market values, then make sure you're part of the JF Coin family. Subscribe now, because every coin has a story, and every story could be worth a fortune. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where history meets value and passion turns pennies into treasures. Stay tuned for more incredible discoveries, and who knows, the next coin we talk about might just be the one in your pocket. This is JF Coin.